Hi. Each receiver with stabilization system S6R or S8R you must calibrate before first usage, first installation in your model, and in each model you must make some setup about type of installation your receiver in the airplane and about functions in this flight stabilization system. For this setup, for the settings, you must connect some kind of connection. You must connect your receiver to computer with right application or to your transmitter. Beside, I think, standard connection with USB stick in your computer, you can see my previous video on my YouTube channel about this type of connection and setup. Is next way, I think, much better and much more comfortable for us. Connection, wireless connection and wireless setup directly from our FirstSky transmitter on OpenTX radios, FirstSky OpenTX radios with usage of Lua script. What is Lua script? It is actually very simple, very simply something like small program, small application on memory card inside our transmitter, and with this small application we can wireless set up, calibrate and set up our receiver with flight stabilization system S6R or S8R. How to do? First step, your receiver must be after binding procedure and must be power on. So this my receiver now is binded with memory, with model, with memory position in my Horus. I will show you that on Horus because it is much more readable on video than on lower FirstSky Tarnis radios with monochromatic LCD displays. So power on, and I will switch on my transmitter. This version of OpenTX is in Czech language, but this is really not important for this movie. So my receiver is powered with some battery. I can see my receiver is binded and connected to my transmitter, and now I must go on memory card in my transmitter. So long press of sys button, or on different OpenTX radio, different FirstSky OpenTX radio, just press longer menu button or something. Just go in system settings in the radio, and on second screen of system settings we have content of our SD card inside the transmitter. So here you can see folder S6R. This is folder with Lua scripts for programming and calibration of our receiver with stabilization. Go in, and here we can see S6R.lua and S6R calibrate.lua. First time you must make a calibration. Press enter longer and press run. And now just follow the orders or instructions on display of your transmitter. Again, on a transmitter with monochromatic displays, of course these informations will be simpler without the colors, but absolutely same. So, place the S6R in the following position. Yes, press enter when ready. Place the S6R in the following position. Just follow instructions on display, and after right position of your receiver, just press enter when ready. Sometime you will press enter and nothing will be happen. Just press enter again on second or third time, it will be okay. Next position for this is nice edge of desk, something like that. We can see this position is with servo connectors upside, and now antennas upside. Yes, you can see this, nothing happened, just press it again. Yes. Now this position and position with letters on this orientation. Calibration is complete. Press return when ready. Just press this return, and that's all. Our S6R with S8R is absolutely same procedure, is now calibrated. Next step is setup of our stabilization functions. And what is really nice and again comfortable, with this Lua script you can set this function, if you need that, directly on airfield or somewhere where you need only receiver and your transmitter without any computers, USB sticks and etc. Just go on S6R, press longer, enter and run. Now is transmitter connected to receiver, and transmitter read, or this Lua script read current setup from receiver, and here we can change these values and write it back to receiver. Wing type. This is basic setup. Which type of airplane we will use for this receiver or with this receiver. Normal airplane with normal wing and elevator and rudder, or delta wing, or airplane with normal wing but with V-tail. So probably standard airplane is just standard configuration of tail. Next, mounting type. Often a mistake. Each time, because here we can select and use orientation of receiver in airplane. This orientation or this orientation or this or this, but each time it is with antennas to front or to nose of airplane. Antennas forward each time. Yes, if you will mount your stabilized receiver with antennas to tail, to back, it will be probably really bad. So here we can set type of installation of receiver in our airplane: horizontal or reversed or on side, one side or other side. What you will set here, of course, you must same orientation use in the airplane. And what is really important, your receiver must be perfectly fixed and connected to fuselage of airplane. If your receiver will be free in a fuselage, it will works really bad. I use for that, and I will sell that, this really, I think, nice special boxes for stabilized receivers. I will buy them really soon. Yes, for price about, I don't know, $4 or $5 per one piece. So on the next page are more important, or next important setup about our receiver. Press page down, and now we can see how LuaScript read current settings from receiver. Point 1 is really important. S6R functions enable or disable. What it means? S6R functions, it means stabilization function. If we change this option on disable, all stabilization systems are off on a receiver, and this is just normal 6 channels receiver. Yes, if you want to use stabilization functions on this receiver, you must select enable. Channel 5 mode. You can select ailerons 2 or aileron 2 or AUX 1. What it means? Normal RC airplane model is with 2 ailerons, each aileron on separate servo and separate channel. It means 2 ailerons, 2 channels. If your configuration is like that, your first aileron will be connected to channel 1 and the second aileron will be connected to channel 5. And both ailerons will be stabilized with stabilization. But if you have both ailerons, probably with V cable, on only one channel, on channel 1, you can release channel 5 from stabilization system, and you can use this channel 5 for, I don't know, gear or flap or something like that, without stabilization function, without reaction on position of model. But only if you have again both ailerons on one channel, channel 1. But standard situation is both ailerons on 2 channels, servos on 2 channels, on channel 1 and channel 5. In this situation, just we want, of course, second aileron with stabilization 2, so we will select ailerons 2. In next line we will probably use free channel 6, free of stabilization, because some airplanes can use elevator on 2 servos. Just elevator use 2 servos, and each servo is on separate channel, so elevator with 2 channels, probably on some scale airplane or some aerobatic airplane. In this case, if you have ailerons on 2 channels, first aileron servo will be connected to channel 2 and second elevator servo will be connected to channel 6. And here you must select elevator 2. But I think most of RC airplanes are with elevator on one channel, one servo, so we can release channel 6 from stabilization and use channel 6 for gear, flaps, etc., etc. Next, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines are really important. This is about reversing functions or reverse functions of stabilization system. And this is really important thing, and really many RC pilots have a problem with understanding to this. I will make a separate video only about reversing of functions on stabilization, so only shortly. We will set 2 reverses. One, main reverses are not any way connected with flight stabilization. Just reverses, reverse or movement of your servos on right side. If you pull up your elevator must go up, etc. Yes. If you move with aileron stick on a right side, your ailerons must go on right side, right orientation. This is one setup. And this setup you must make, not depends if you have stabilization or not. After that, when you will set up your flight stabilization system, you must check second reverses if reaction of ailerons and elevator and rudder on change of orientation of airplane is in right orientation. It means if you will go with your airplane in your hands nose down, elevator must go up. If you will go with your airplane to left, ailerons must help return your airplane back to level. If not, of course it is big problem. If you with your airplane go nose down and your elevator will go down too, your airplane will hit the ground. If ailerons will go on the wrong side, your airplane will probably hit ground again. So you must check after installation of receiver to your model. With this model you must move in the air, change orientation and check if orientation of each aileron separately, elevator and rudder is right. If not, if it's opposite, you must change or reverse this function here. Not in setup of model. Yes, this is something different. Here in stabilization system. Here you can just inverse or reverse function of flight stabilization system. This is nothing connected to reaction of airplane on sticks. This is something separate. Sorry for my English, but I think it is clear. Our next lines are gains setup. I never change these numbers. I set gain of my flight stabilization with potentiometer during flying, but most of the time I flying with gain about 20%. This is enough, I think. And our next lines are angle settings, or I think how I say it in English language. If your receiver is not installed symmetrically, you can change this here to right angle, but I think most easier and simple is just install your receiver in your airplane symmetrically. I never used that numbers, and I really was flying with these receivers a lot of flights. So only basically this setup through Lua script wireless. Thank you for the watching and have a nice day. And again, sorry for my language, but I hope it can be helpful for you. Have a nice day and see you later. And if you like this box for Horus Radio, I can print one for you. This is printed on 3D printer. This is really strong, and price will be about I must count it in US dollars, 70 US dollars. So thank you for watching and have a nice day.